Great. Hey, have you ever heard of U Inc?
No.
U Inc? You never heard of the attraction marketing way of doing network marketing online called U Inc? Promoted by our friend Mr. Michael Dillard?
Oh, that. Yes.
Okay.
uh,
Well, U Inc. is what we're going to be talking a little bit about tonight because U Inc. is what most people think is the best way to build their business. And in fact is that it's probably a very, very strong way to go, but not always the best. And so what we're going to do is be talking about U Inc. We're also going to be sharing another concept that I like to call or share with you called, it's going to come up, we hope, here it is. Okay, I can move this thing, here we go, which I like to call We Co. A bunch of people working together who are all qualified U Inc. employees, if you will, working together in a collaborative, which we call We Co. And there's a whole strategy and philosophy behind that. And that's what we'll be sharing a little bit tonight, show you how that would work or what that would look like. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and share my desktop and let you see the presentation here from there. So just give me a second. I'm going to launch that and we'll get rolling here. So when that comes up, let me know. I think right now we've got to lengthen this thing out. It says I'm sharing, but you're just seeing a part of the presentation if I'm not mistaken. So let me stretch this out. That should have enlarged things for you. Okay. And here we go, starting. Now you seeing a better screen, are you?
not quite yet. Sort of. Oh, there we go. Yep.
Okay. And so I'm going to go, well, we're going to go ahead and get started then. The RevvNRG Quest, that's what we're talking about tonight. RevvNRG Quest is a quest for one simple task, and that is all of us working together, helping everyone have fun as we build our business together. And so that's what RevvNRG Quest is about. It's not about marketing, although we do use internet, network, and social network and internet marketing. So those all come together in a great way. In fact, we look at it this way in Dell. We target an audience. We do target marketing, and we coordinate that marketing in both social, internet, and network arenas. So that's what we have together, and the plan is to pull that off in a way that's meaningful. So it's about RevvNRG, a network marketing company, and our quest to learn and to leverage each other's learning into we. So it's you and me becoming we. So Jeremy, if you take just a minute and share with us a little bit about the RevvNRG side of the business here, we look forward to hearing from you.
Great. Absolutely. So, to do this, we had to pick a vehicle that would take us where we wanted to go, and we analyzed the whole industry, and there's several good companies out there. Some that are brand new, some that are 30 years old. They all have their pluses and minuses, strengths and weaknesses, and we chose RevvNRG based on several factors, mostly based on eliminating barriers. Because we discussed before, in this concept, we're trying to eliminate the pain points that you run into in the network marketing industry, and some of those have to do with cost of entry, how much you can really earn realistically on the compensation plan, whether the company is a stable company, whether the product is a decent product that actually works and is cost effective to ship out to people and is attractive to people. So RevvNRG is the vehicle we chose because of all of those features. We feel that it really is a cost effective, successful product, that the compensation plan does allow for even the little guy to make some money right off the bat, and of course the product actually works quickly and is something that compared to the competition, which would be other energy drinks out in the market today, is actually cheaper, it works faster, it's healthier, and has better results, and it's cheaper to actually ship because it's such a compact and lightweight size. So because of all these features, these wonderful, amazing things about the product, the leadership in the company, the owner who's been successful at what we're trying to do here for the last 15 years. He's already had $160 million in commissions paid out, and so he's a successful guy because of all those features. That is the vehicle we chose. We could have chosen any number of companies out there, but because of the
Well,
limitation of
and
barrier
Jeremy,
that
remember that
RevvNRG provides.
there's one
Go
other
ahead.
thing that has really nailed me down in terms of RevvNRG, and that is that they have at the top end of their compensation plan a 10% founders pool where they share the monies and the profits of the company, which causes people in the company to be able to work together. And so our quest to join multiple people together, regardless of their line in the company, is beneficial to everybody because of that top end compensation pool.
Exactly.
So
Yes,
it
that
kind of
is
looks like this.
one of the main things. Yep. Go ahead.
So we're going to go ahead and assume then that you want to help build your network marketing company online. And whether you use RevvNRG or some other vehicle, these are the challenges you're going to face. You're going to face all the challenges in terms of technology challenges, being overburdened by what technologies to use, how to make the technology work. Most people have barriers with technology. Some don't. I know, Jeremy, you've been doing web stuff for a long time. I've been a webmaster for 12 years, so we have some ways to cut through some of this stuff. Works out pretty well. Learning limitations, however, continue to come up. There's new things. The market's changing constantly. So learning limitations are part of what stifle people from getting going when they come online. Too much to do, too little time. Time task problems. And finally, maybe even not having all the talents that you need to be able to pull off your business online working alone. Working alone, you've got a lot to take care of. But notice what we start with here. It's not you working alone. It's we work together, helping everyone have fun. Now this is sounding a little bit better, isn't it? If you don't have to go through all those pains. Well, let's see what happens if we work together on these tasks instead of having others do it or doing it by ourselves. One guy specializes in mobile. Somebody else specializes in search engine optimization. Another person builds blogs. Another person knows how to do pay-per-click advertising. We take our talents and we spread them out on the interests that we individually have. And yet, if we've got a question or need to target an activity in a particular arena, that person can take the lead and the rest of us can follow. You get stuck in a certain area you're working on, bam, you've got the resources to pull that answer off. Huge. Next, leveraging our learning. Same thing. One person's taking a course in something here. Maybe the whole group decides to go off into this mobile arena. Well, few people who know that can teach it to the rest of the group. Or if you want to know or learn about a particular area, you go learn it and then share it, and then learn by doing is the other part of it. There's a progression that naturally happens as people learn by doing. Huge. Team talents. Now you got people on the board that have their own talents in different areas. You're not stuck with your own limitations. Wow. To get that help, to move that forward, you don't even have to do the work sometimes because somebody else will knock it off in a much faster time than you are. Your time gets multiplied now. In a coordinated effort, if everybody's focused on the same target and they spend an hour a day at it, and there's 8 people in the group, that's 8 hours a day of work that got done towards that one target, which is helping to benefit you and everybody else. Wow. Jeremy, what do you think of those?
That is awesome. I love it. The way you can leverage, each other's time and efforts to reduce work that would have taken years down to, a couple of weeks maybe.
Did the math, you're right. If everybody just did the hour a day, you end up getting a year's worth of work done in about 10 weeks. Wow, that's huge. And so now cooperation and collaboration become the name of the game. How do you work together? How do you help leverage each other's talents and time forward? Well, we've got some mechanisms for helping that to happen. We have some workout partners that we'll put you with. You'll be with a small group. And as that group builds and grows, guess what? A weekly process we have in place centers itself, and we are able to challenge one another and report an accountability and how we're doing through a learning community with accountability partners, leveraging the World Wide Web and the technologies that are available to advance our cause. And we cycle through this over and over and over again on a weekly basis. And then we also then set together our goals and larger direction on a monthly or quarterly basis. So it becomes a really well orchestrated way to move forward. You Inc. has some great benefits. It's attraction. It's bringing people to you. It's magnetic, but it has some issues. The red lines on the side over here are the stopping points that maybe are slowing you down. The green points on the other side here are the go points that have really got you moving forward that you finally mastered. But there's kind of a balancing world there. And if you master enough of the right things and things happen to come together for you, you'll make some progress. You'll go forward. That's you Inc. doing it all by yourself. And then you try to duplicate that because in a network marketing company, the people in your line, you want to keep them moving and going forward. And so you build a downline. And that downline looks to you and you're trying to help them to duplicate this challenging process of learning all this stuff yourself. Lots of people will fall off, but you'll get some that'll stay around, and ideally you'll have a team. Once you've got a team, the team starts to work kind of like this. They get headed the same direction, but they're all doing their own individual work typically and not orchestrating together. And so maybe they're a little tighter together, coordinate some things. Maybe one person will take some calls. Maybe one person will deal with leads a certain way. Somebody will ship out samples, whatever. So you have this coordinated efforts, but it's not fully collaborative. Maybe they'll build a single website and a few people with some skills, because they took the time and paid the price to learn them, will be able to contribute that single site and share in either the dollars and cents that came from the money that's earned on the site or share from the leads, and it gets the cycling back through. But to get to this point in the U Inc. model 100%, it takes a large amount of time, effort, and energy to get each of these people up to speed, and then let alone get them on the same page, if you will. Got a friend who's got hundreds of people in a downline, and he's got several people, not a dozen, not 5, not 10, but just several people that are doing this kind of thing with him. That's the amount of duplication he could get out of 100. Not easy. And so even if you get them tighter together, they're still kind of all going their own way, following a similar path. It's a challenge. If you're extremely lucky and very, very fortunate and are masterful, people as individuals get connected together to a certain point, moving in a similar direction. But notice the different colors here. Their talents and or interests or abilities are still kind of going off aside. They aren't being met necessarily. Well, that's all great if we could get to that point. But the U Inc. model, I think, is difficult and challenging to get to there. I don't know many people that do this. However, what if the people, regardless of where they are in the company, could organize their talents together? This group likes to be social and likes to work on Facebook, let's say. We've got another group over here that likes to do pay-per-click. Another group over here that likes, they're nurses and they like to work in the hospital and they like to meet or find out how to solve the nurses' needs. They're all able to move different directions, targeting different audiences, and yet still move forward a common cause. So the cause becomes the driving force. This is what we're trying to put together here. Regardless of the downlines, notice the downlines here, whatever those downlines are, doesn't matter. This is regardless of where you are in the company, help each other out with using your best talents and abilities to forward the cause of one, collaborating together, leveraging each other's time, effort, and energy, and two, focusing that effort and energy into specific arenas and reaping the rewards that is the leads and or income come back in. So we have a we instead of a me or a you Inc. working together. In fact, we've actually gone so far as to say that you Inc. really is distinct, but sometimes it's challenging to become so attractive that you get an audience large enough that it actually moves your business forward. One person thinks, my goodness, they think about the facts. Somebody else only worries about the data. Somebody else might see things from the feeling standpoint. Either way, your business, as a business owner, you've got multiple perspectives being presented to you, but you aren't appreciating those because it seems like it's diversity. You are trying to get duplication, and all you're getting is diversity and differences. What's that look like? That's you Inc. and a bunch of you Incs working independently and separately. Little coordination. However, if we could take a group of people, get them going on the same values, same levels of commitment, and same effort orchestrated so that their talents are being used, we end up with U Inc. and alignment, allowing each individual to kind of work in the areas that they want to specialize. We call it We Co. That's us in our company, our cooperative together, our community together. So, Jeremy, how would that be if you could leverage the time, talents, and efforts of people who are interested and want to serve with you?
That would be absolutely amazing. That's what I've been looking for the last 15 years. This is great.
And I think this is a model that now leverages the idea of U Inc., but because of the leverage, it becomes more attractive. So you have now magnetic attraction in a large fashion, and if we can conduct ourselves in a way that coordinates our efforts, we'll get a lot better mileage out of it. So that's the goal. That's the vision for ourselves. Collaboration, cooperation, workout partners orchestrated and organized moving forward through a process that keeps us moving. We call that the RevvNRG Quest. We've chosen, like I say, a network marketing company to actually put this into practice so there are profits involved. We also have several mechanisms in place that will move us forward. So let's kind of show you how the whole thing works right now. First off, why should you listen? Well, over the last 8 to 10 months, I've had 22,000 people visit my website, 18,000 unique visitors, of which 10% have come into my system, resulting in almost 2,000 leads. I know what it means to have leads come in and what it means to process those leads. But you know what? Having them come in through a marketing funnel is what needs to happen. They come into the top. In this case, I've got a website that's working right now. We'll put others out here. They'll come into this idea of working together in a collaborative environment, which is different than what they've heard other places. And then they'll actually fill out an application to where they are. That application becomes the next step. That's where you are right now, folks. You're right here at RevvNRG Quest. You'll be going there soon, and it's looking to fill out the application. From the application, then you'll actually have a chance to be in an interview. At the interview, we have a couple documents we ask you to bring to the table about your business ABCs and making some core commitments that if you make and are willing to, you jump in on the team if your personal decision says you want to join with us. And if the team agrees that you would qualify to help join with us. At that point, then you jump into enjoying a ton of bonuses we've got. You get your own blog if you need it, own lead generation system if you need it. This system, banners, training, business cards, mentoring, partners, and that's just the starting place, Jeremy. You've got a couple other things, I think, too, don't you, that you add in there?
Right, yeah. So some business cards, yeah, a banner, T-shirts, all kinds of offline type marketing and promotional material. It's great.
So you've got tools, techniques for both offline and online efforts. And then we collaborate together to pull those off. Again, we have two ways of bringing leads into this marketing funnel. One of those is the free way, and the other one is the fee way, where you pay dollars. And the fee way usually is pay-per-click or ads, and you post those ads out in particular places, and it brings traffic into either this funnel or a different area of focus. This area of focus is the marketing piece that we're focusing on. On the free side, there's lots of tasks that need to be taken care of. It's a little slower getting started, but we have people in social media, our RSS feeds, media, microblogging, email campaigns, social bookmarking, and blogging all become ways to help drive traffic into our website and to help the website to raise in the search engines to the point where people even in these mobile devices can connect in and get questions answered that they need. So this focused effort drives traffic and brings people into a situation where we have this larger picture. They're moving towards a larger cause. They're helping each other out. They're helping other people out in the RevvNRG Quest. So then it becomes a question for you. Is this the right choice for you? Is this a we co kind of operation that leverages everything you know about us into a community, but a community that's not just about you and me? It leverages the U Inc. model into a model which is where we cooperate in a community together in a coordinated fashion, helping things to grow more quickly and more up to speed, if you will. So, what's the next action step for you? Jeremy, what do you want them to do?
Well, if they haven't already, they definitely need to go fill out the application because that's how we're going to get to know them and see if we're going to be a right fit and kind of make the next steps in the process. If you've already filled out the application, then definitely we're looking forward to doing the interview
So,
next
these are the
after that.
steps. Come into one of our websites, click into retire if you want, or another one. That just gives you kind of some ideas how this might work. RevvNRG Quest does go into far more detail in the processes and the reasons why we're doing what we're doing. Fill out the form at the bottom of that page, and that will take you over and get you the application sent to you via email. You'll go to the link there from the application. You'll then get the chance to schedule your interview, and you'll go down this process. We look forward to speaking with you and working forward from there. So, Jeremy, it's been a pleasure to have you on the line today. That is where we're going right now. Let me pull this back out and remind ourselves that we're on the RevvNRG Quest, the opportunity that we each have to leverage a system and each other's time, talents, and efforts into a single focus that will bring us leads and help us to build our business so that we can work together, helping everyone have fun. So again, off to RevvNRGQuest.com to get your answers there. And we look forward to seeing you on the other side of this whole thing.
Thanks for visiting, everybody. Have a good night.